Welcome back to Sirenlore Lounge. Today I want to talk about self-blame. It's something a lot of us carry quietly, and when we evolve and grow, we tend to look back at past versions of ourselves with judgment rather than compassion. And here's the truth of it all. The woman you become, you don't get there by hating the girl you once were. When I think about my teenage years and my early 20s, I recognize that I carried a lot: grief, responsibility, loyalty to those around me. I held space for other people. I was the person that people leaned on, and looking back, it's very easy to fall into self criticism. All of us often replay moments in our heads where we question our choices, the way how we handled things. We question ourselves of why we didn't do better at the time. But the one thing to remember is the girl that you once were did the best with what she had, with the tools that she had at the time. The mindset trap is that people often think by leaning in and staying into grief, guilt, self-blame, they often think that it proves their loyalty or the seriousness of what happened. But pain doesn't need to be performed to be valid. You don't have to punish yourself to prove that your past mattered. And you can honor your experience without living in it forever. Something changes when, instead of looking back and thinking, I can't believe I did that, you say, I did what I could with what I had. Because growth doesn't come from self-hatred, it comes from self-leadership. Think about the women that you admire and the ones you look up to. They don't carry themselves with self-hatred, self-criticism, self-blame, or constant regret. They carry themselves with confidence because they know their pasts ain't perfect, but they've learned to accept them, learned from it, and chose to move forward. If you want to grow into the next version of yourself, stop narrating your past with cruelty. When you speak about your younger self, do it the way you would talk about someone that you care about. Carry the lessons that you learned along the way, but leave the shame behind, because evolution does not require self-punishment. You are allowed to evolve, you're allowed to grow, and you're allowed to honor your past without being trapped in it. You don't become her by hating who you once were. You become her by leading yourself forward, one step at a time. And when you lead yourself with self-compassion, you're going to get where you need to be a lot faster than you would if you were blaming yourself. Thank you for joining me with another episode from Sirenlore Lounge. You've been listening to The Feminine Frequency. I'll see you in the next episode.